The temperature outside is getting a little bit too close to freezing for my comfort. The weatherman could be off by a degree or two, and we'd be having a frost. It turns out that I was right. It looks like we had a frost. There wasn't much left growing out there. Not that I get a whole lot on that balcony anyway, but this is what I picked the last day. I got 3 small eggplants. There's an early calendar, and that red pepper next to it is a piquillo pepper. There were 4, or was that 5 jalapenos. That tomato way on the right that's green, that was a Survival Seeds Roma tomato. It looks like kind of a double tomato, and I'm waiting for it to ripen. I picked off the last of the microdwarf tomatoes. A few of them had started to ripen, but I'll save them here. I didn't manage to keep track of what is what, but I think I can pretty much tell. And this is the last of everything that I picked off of the larger tomatoes. I know those little tiny ones are spoon tomatoes, but that's a big tomato plant. After everyone left the food bank on Wednesday, there was a box of green tomatoes. I took it, and a few of them started to ripen. Mr. Squirrel came by through the night and tried digging up my plants. I tried to protect my chives with some spoons, and so far he hasn't been back to that, but he's been hitting other places. I chopped down most of the tomatoes and peppers that were here. The tomato plant on the left is one of the early Cal Wonder peppers, and it still had a couple peppers on it. I think there's 3 on it, but they're really tiny. The one to the right of it is one of the piquillo pepper plants, and it also had a couple peppers on it. The other 2 are my microdwarf tomatoes. The kale doesn't seem to mind the cold, so I might leave them out there for a while. Here's a few empty planters ready for next year. I want to dump the dirt out of those yet. This is how it looks without all the food growing there. That bin on the left got attacked by the squirrel last night. There was dirt everywhere. So I put lids on them. I took the poles out and put lids on them so he can't get back in there. I've still got a lot of mess on this side of the balcony to take care of, but one day at a time. And here's another view of the mess on the left side, and a little bit more of that mess on the left side. Wow, I really still have a lot of cleaning to do out there. Here's some of my flowers that are still surviving. One of them died, and I managed to get a bunch of seeds off of them, but boy, are they tiny. Well, I thought I got a lot done, but I still have a lot of dead flowers to take care of here. And here. Good thing I managed to save a lot of seeds from the gazania last year, because I didn't get any at all this year. Well, from this view, you can see the bridle tool that I hung to keep the squirrel out. It seemed to work pretty well until lately. One of them found this place a nice place to nap at night, but hopefully I won't be having any trouble with him again this year. And I put the cover over the air conditioner to keep the house a little warmer. Oh, this should have been in the beginning of the video. There's quite a mess here yet. Frostina's out here enjoying the view. She's not having much luck finding things to bark at. Last month, I won this beautiful cutting board on the September Collab. It has a beautiful engraving on the other side with a quote about memories, and on the back it says that it has been engraved by Jesse and Lisa from Lazy Days Ahead. Thank you. It really turned out nice, and I'm really happy to have it. Originally, parsnips was going to be my 7th seed for survival seeds, but I couldn't find the seeds at the time I was going to plant them. I planted them a little on the late side. That was the first chop, my parsnip from the garden. We've got some parts there. And let's just make some soup-sized pieces. There's a lot of strings on here. I don't want to use a peeler because I'm going to peel most of it away. These things are a little too tiny to peel. This is so nice. I never knew somebody could just make a cutting board. Did you make the whole cutting board or just engrave on the wood on an existing cutting board? Well, there we go. We have a nice sized bag of parsnips that I grew out on the balcony. Not a whole lot, but if I put a pinch in each soup, it'll add some flavor. I set up this little shelf behind my love seat and in front of the front window to put a few of the vegetables. I brought my rosemary and was it my thyme? Oh, my sage and my rosemary I brought in, and a bunch of my microdwarf tomatoes. I did this before the frost, and they seem to be doing okay. Oh, and by the way, in case you haven't heard, Gail from Gail's Southern Living and I are hosting a winter growing microdwarf 25-26 collab that starts November 1st. If you need seeds, I still have a few yellow and orange tomatoes that I can send you, and I have a few red too. So if you're interested, email me at BrokebutButBountifullyBlessed532 and I'll get you going. You can start anytime between November 1st and April 1st, so don't worry if you're late. And there will be prizes at the end. Thank you to the Vineyard Chicks for hosting this great collab. I had a lot of fun and I learned a lot of new tips on growing things. Thanks for Jesse and Lisa for doing the prizes, and for Charles for helping out with the herbs, and for our cheerleaders, Lori and Ann. Thanks for all that you've done. I've had a great time.
If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day.